Hey everybody, Tina here with Two Chicks and a Cricket. We're going to be making this card today. It's a birthday card and it's for Wendy. I've already made the card, but I'm going to show you guys how to make it in just a second. But today is Wendy's birthday. And so I just want to take a minute to wish Wendy a happy birthday. We have been friends for almost 20 years. We went to grade school together and we've been friends for a long time, and we have been friends through some major life changes and through some major life happenings, and our friendship has always survived. And she is more like my sister. We talk to each other 100 times a day. We always know what's going on with each other, what we're doing, where we're at, who we're with. And I just want to take a minute to wish her a happy birthday. So Wendy, this is for you. I hope you have a wonderful day today. I love you so much. I love you more than my luggage. You're my very best friend. I just had a flash to strawberry shortcake. You're my very best friend. But I won't sing for you. But I do love you more than my luggage. And I hope you have a wonderful day. You are an amazing person. You are an amazing mother. You're an amazing wife. And you're an amazing friend. And you always push me to do more and to be better, and I love you for that, and my life would not be the same without you in it. So this video is for you, and I love you. I hope you have a wonderful birthday, and you're amazing. So happy birthday, and I love you. I just love you. So I'll end with that. I love you, and happy birthday. Have a great day. Wendy. You have a great day. And for the rest of you, we'll make this card, okay? So we'll make the card. I'll show you what I did, and we'll get started with that. I made for Wendy for her birthday. So here's all the stuff that we're going to be using. It's going to be super fun. And first thing that I have is a piece of 8.5 by 11 Baja Breeze piece of cardstock. And all I'm going to do is cut this in half. For Wendy's card, I used, it's a 4.5 by, or 4.25 by 5.5 inch card, and I used crumb cake. I started with crumb cake. And then I used this piece of designer paper, and then I used Blushing Bride as an accent. So my colors were Blushing Bride, this designer piece of paper, and then crumb cake. And then this was a piece of crumb cake designer series stack paper. So for this card, I'm going to do it in Baja Breeze, and I'm going to be using this piece of paper. I'm going to do the exact same thing, but I'm going to do it in these colors, and I'll list all of our products at the bottom of this post. So I'm just going to fold this in half. Crease. And then there we go. Get some light in here. Okay, so I have my Baja Breeze ink pad, and I'm going to ink my edges. A piece of designer series in the stack. It's the double-sided. This side has stripes, and this side has this design. So, and this is in Pear Pizzazz, which was 2010 in colors. And then this designer paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim off a piece to go right here on my card. And then I'm going to take a piece of this Pear Pizzazz. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to attach this piece to this piece. Then I have this ribbon. I'm done with the Baja Breeze ink pad. I have this. I was actually thinking about using the paint. This is Riding Hood Red. Alright, this is going to go right here. I'm going to use ATG gun to put this down because it's really, really sturdy. We'll clip the edges off. Okay, so now we're going to do our stamping. So I'm going to set this aside. And I have a couple stamps we're going to use. The first stamp is this clear stamp, and it's a sewing machine. And I got this stamp. This is not a Stampin' Up! Stamp. It's a Oriental. I got it off Oriental Trading Company. And I have no idea that I took it out of the box. I took it out of the packaging and I just put it in a CD case. So I have absolutely no idea what the name of it is or who it's by or anything. So I'm going to use Crumb Cake, because I want this. The reason I got this stamp was it looked like a antique sewing machine to me, and I just want an antique type look. Okay, so I have a piece of very vanilla cardstock, and I'm just going to stamp this image on here. And I have this little saying, and it says, "You're so special," and it's spelled S-E-W. And I'm going to stamp that little sentiment in the actual part of the sewing machine. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I have a blender pen, and I'm going to show you this technique. I'm going to take my ink pad, I'm going to close it, and I'm going to push it. I'm going to squeeze it. I'm going to open it back up. And you can see I have ink on here. So now I'm going to use my blender pen, and I'm going to do some shading in this sewing machine. I'm going to speed it up because it's going to take a little bit to do it, but you'll get the idea. Okay, so I don't claim to be the best stamp colorer in the world, but you get the general idea. I try when I'm blending, I try to get some darker color around the edges of the image to create some shadow effect. So then I'm going to take Baja Breeze, which is what coordinates with my card I just did, and I'm going to make the thread on here blue. And then I'm going to take my crumb cake, which is what I stamped the image in. I'm going to turn this so that I can do this. Okay, so we're almost done with this. So, I'm going to make this a little different than I made Wendy's. So, on Wendy's, you can see I put the sentiment here in the middle. I made this a little smaller than I made this one, so it fit right here in the middle. So what I'm going to do for this one, because I didn't make it as small, is I'm still going to do my layering. And then I have this little button, which is a Riding Hood red button, so it matches the Riding Hood red ribbon. And I'm going to stick it right at the end of this little thread, and I'm just going to use a mini glue dot. Okay, well, the other thing I did on Wendy's that I forgot to do just now is on her little button, you can see I used some hem twine on it. I just put it through the button and tied it. So I wanted it to give the, I wanted it to appear that the ribbon coming off the sewing machine came through the button. And I can't do that with this one because I just put a glue dot on there and it's not going to come up. So it's totally fine. It just, sometimes these things happen. So the next thing I'm going to do is attach this part to my card. And I'm just going to do that. I'm going to put it over the ribbon because that's how it's going to fit. So it's fine. It still looks just as good. So I'm going to do that by placing pop dots on my corners. And in the middle, I would usually put one right in the middle, but because my ribbon's there, I'm not going to put one in the middle. I'm just going to put them like that. Like that. So that's going to be the outside. Now the inside, I'm going to do something different as well on the inside. And then we have one more thing to do on the outside. So also in this stamp set came this thread. Let's see if you can see it. So what I'm doing is I'm going to place this on my acrylic block, and then I'm going to use these My Pink Stamper stamps, and this is Itty Bitty Licious, and I'm going to use the Happy Birthday one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this Happy Birthday right above my spool of thread. Now this stamp right here is a little thicker than this Happy Birthday stamp. So what I'm going to have to do when I put it on the paper is I'm going to have to roll my stamp a little bit to get even coverage. So I suggest if you're using two different brands of stamps, you do a couple test stamps first, and I've already done that, so I already know how I need to stamp it. So I'm going to use crumb cake. I'm going to ink this up, and then inside this card, right in the middle, I'm going to stamp this. So the last thing left to do on our card, there's the Happy Birthday inside. And the last thing to do is I'm going to take some blue stickles. And right on our blue thread, I'm going to add blue stickles. And that is our card. So thanks guys for stopping by our blog today. I hope you enjoyed this project, and I will have a list of all the items that I used on the bottom of this post as well as pictures. So thanks guys for stopping by. Have a great weekend.